And welcome to Silent Hill 2, the remake game which, as much as I could say, personally really did not need to exist in the sense that the original is already good enough by itself. So, but still, let's just see what kind of... but then again, Silent Hill 2 had much more renown than the first one, which supposedly also gets a remake, and that game really actually deserved it. And I also quite skeptical about that. Does the remake actually do anything else but update presentation and add some, you could say, gameplay conveniences like auto save? But let's just see how well this goes. And this is not going to be a full let's play, just a sneak peek to this game, which I personally, the original one is one of the best games ever made. It's very visually extremely beautiful even now. But let's just get going. Yes, start basics difficulties.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
That's what I keep telling myself. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Could Mary really be here? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Well, that was the intro, And I do say that the graphical presentation feels as huge upgrade from the first Silent Hill, or better say, as much as the first Silent Hill looked good to its platform, and second Silent Hill had a huge leap in presentation compared to the first one. And this one has feels as huge leap in presentation as it does in the original second had for the first one. There's just so much beautiful, gorgeous detail in here. Although I really don't like the, you could say, basic design that James has in this one. He doesn't look, you could say, as battered and beaten and torn and self-abused as he was previously. And of course you can just smoothly walk inside to the locations, which is a nice little technical upgrade, which I like. Yeah. So, as much this far, I can say that the blooper team, well, they knew the subject well, really good. In the sense that how you present it. It's very diligently remade this location. Of course, the graphical camera work does different, so this game doesn't really look new. But as much as the basic styling goes, I am not that pleased about James having looking well. He looks a bit too good for this, and all the swaying trees just make this look great. But there's not that much of that defining mist in here. And this original path, once I now look at the map, it's very long to Silent Hill. And that was a deliberate artistic choice by Team Silent to make it really feel that you're going somewhere further away. And the fact that James also left his car open is you could say, kind of grim psychological hint that he's not really planning to maybe come back. Or to better say that maybe not he's not planning, but he's really not caring, is he coming back? And this approach to the mist, well, I'm trying to dig my memories through a long time, 20 plus years. Yes, the graphical effect of this mist is, of course, way more realistic. I would say that if you didn't know that this would be from game, you might guess that this would be from a movie still, at least depending on the size of the picture, and at least in this one, because of the clear gameplay elements. Yeah, James looks quite miserable.
It's like someone's groping around my skull.
Yep, so far. There's some sort of dodge maneuver seems to be as well, so, and some quick camera spin techniques. Nothing really, you could say, unusual, but this is, you could say, the prime magics of the Silent Hill location, although graveyards inside don't play that much role in Silent Hill. But here we go, let's go inside.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I was just...
Hey, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah, I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it. but I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog either.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. It's kind of hard to explain, but
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... Someone very important to me.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean, my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry, it's not your problem.
No. I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
Well, I must say that kind of stilted delivery and styling was very much what you would have, well, interesting. There's added so much details to this areas, even though in the original one there were details but writings, but now they've added just so much more of these kind of interesting details, even though the basic game doesn't seem to have much of upgrade in that kind of sense. But visual, as much as you could say, visual presentation is absolutely top notch. The original had top notch visuals to its era, to maximize dramatic effect, not technical excellence. And this one seems to follow that style. And the sound work, because I believe that the general sound mix effects and efficiency, or better say how well sound could be made use in gaming, had already kind of that all the tools necessary to make really good spooky soundscapes had already been achieved during the PlayStation 1, and during the PlayStation 2 it was more or less something that, yep, we really can't make much better sounds than what is in here is, in sense of that, yeah, they could be layered, spun around, mixed, diluted, and all that. And Silent Hill 2, or better say horror genre in general, has to play lots of emphasis on sound work, and Silent Hill 2 did it a lot, thanks to Maestro Yamaoka Akihel, the guy who then wore quite flashy pants and looked kind of silly. But as much as I can say, Silent Hill looks as bad as it has always looked. And this ranch, well, it's basically just a location you walk through, but it's made into much more, you could say, prominent looking place. But this is a new place. I think I could explore this. Yep, there's these new locations and all that. Alright, so what's the... Went to town to get the window fixed. Spare keys in the drawer. Okay, in drawer.
Hello? Anyone in here?
This is new. A new location. Which is, I would say, quite exciting. Closets, nothing here. There's a key. Nice little technical detail. So, notes, key items, maps. Yep, some upgrades in presentation and a girly calendar, but vague enough that you can't really see when it is. And there's a bolt to open the lock. Very basic, simplistic, you could say, environmental puzzle to. Yep, you have to go and find things to get through. And now, just, yeah, you got the inventory item, open it, make it through the door. Extremely simple tutorial level puzzle that, yep, now you're gonna get, this is what you're gonna get through. Roadwork ahead. Yeah, I would say that the level of litter and trash has been upgraded from the original one. Yeah, restricted area. And of course, all these. As much as I could say, Silent Hill never has tried to appear as realistic city, or even in sense that city in the sense of disrepair and bad shape and breaking apart. It's much more mental state, and yep, this is completely Silent Hill location. Just listen to this. East side of South Wales. When you look about it, Silent Hill has, well, basically two halves of the cities. North side of the lake and the south side of the lake. And the first one and the third one happened very much at the northern area of that little of third, which happened at the north. Silent Hill happened at the northern side of the city. Well, actually, it was both. It had events both north and south side locations. But in this one, it's much more about just all about getting to south end. Because when I would look about it, it's very, you could say, modest amount of presentation. Oh yeah. The city is absolutely empty. Overgrown store and withered plants. This is just, you could say, premium Silent Hill location telling. Okay, read it, Cassandra. Yep, little notes. And these flower shop businesses and all that, I think this is a completely new thing. That they did my pessimistic assumptions that they would just completely follow the game design of the original one is, well, so far it has been slightly disproven in the sense that there's these new locations, flower shops, which really fit the setting and styling. But in a sense haven't yet, you could say, added much of the story. Yeah, that's the gruesome little trail. Yeah, broken window, car with a broken window. Van with a flat, at least 2 flat tires. So this whole city would has something like an extreme level of abandonment in it. Of course, because once you then look about more accurately what Silent Hill does and is, or how it tends to appear, it makes perfect sense why it appears like that, this barren and desolate. Just creepily, lonely, beautiful location, which is exactly what Silent Hill is.
More of that stuff.
Yeah, it would look like blood and gunk, but it really is not, maybe. So let's just wander through here. Oh, actually, no, let's just wander to the south first. Yep, and because of the mistiness and all that, it's really, you could say, not that easy to get lost. And this kind of huge draped wall just really screams that this city is really not as it should be. I don't think any city ever would put something like that kind of big canvas wall. It would not be a sort of post-apocalyptic fortification. It's just a huge canvas wall. It's just so messages telling that, yep, not here. Gonzalez Mexican restaurant. Yep, so you could say that really at this phase you could start to think that, yep, it really is not good. And street names, of course, have been named after famous horror writers, but I don't know what the Wax, Wiltsey Sanders, Neely, Harris, Saul, and Cat Streets are, or Nathan Avenue. It was much more prominent at the original Silent Hill, but I guess that they did still do follow the basic presentation. Okay, let's zoom back. Harris. Munson Street might be misspelled after Charles Manson, the murderer. But after that, there's really hard to tell exactly how the things it is going. A lot of auto business. Solid auto repair. There's the Lindsay Street.
Hey, wait.
Now, I say that in the original Silent Hill 2, that showing up of the first showing of the monster was better. And an interesting story regarding about the design of those creatures is that it was basically a guy listening, wearing a nice baggy coat, hands in his pocket, and listening to Walkman. Nice jams with a cassette player and dancing while at it, and it was just so prominently creepy, psyched, or weird that it was basically brought into here. And I do say that that's quite a, you could say, beautiful little styling how it is done. Yeah, but this kind of first encounter location seems to be you could say, a bit. Yeah, bad sounds. And if man would be bleeding like that, they would have killed over and knocked down a long time ago. Or if they would be diarrheaing, crapping that much, yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, there's some crawling as well. Alright, just grappling through here. Oh yes, saving system. Nothing bad about that. And tension is reveling. They've added this encounter has, you could say, has bit. Okay. Nutritional supplement, aka the healing potion. Alright, so, and it's a quick button. Energy drink. So some energy drink, Gatorade, whatever. Some kind of supplemental stuff. Yep, the location is already bad shape. And the radio. Yes, the monster.
Stay back.
Yep, the first monster. Die! Die!
Is this what I saw in the fog? Whatever it is, it's not human.
Yeah. That. I say that it looks a bit too clean, not as we could say vague enough to the original one. It looks like some kind of guy in a fetish suit with a fetish head covering straitjacket thing on his wearing him, and he got, well, I guess he was waiting for her or his girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm not being judgy. Decided to, well, what is this? Well, yep, just a filthy syringes. There's just take them as much as you want, and also chance to break doors. Yep, some extra. All right, so far the presentation has been. Presentation has a big upgrade, as you could say, expected. Monsters look creepy, and generally style, I would say that the. Or Neely's. Yep, some locations, hints to where to go. Neely's bar. All right, I would say that this is actually kind of good in sense that, yep, there's slight changes in how the game is made. Bit of pacing differences, locational differences and all that. Even though, let's take the save again because, well, now I don't know how much of they basically made into new kind of presentation, but let's just try to make it through the full streets and see how they go. Yeah, monsters, but there really is not much of the need to fight them because, well, there's quite lots of space in these streets to go however you wish. But there really is, not that much of, you could say, reason to start fighting anything because there's no experience points, there's no loot or anything. And the enemies also seem to be kind of, because once it gets dark, there really is not much of, you could say, things to do. Another. Yeah, some guy. And now as I look up at else, I would know something about other locations. There would be groovy music. Yeah, there's quite many of these, you could say, small businesses around here. There was a hole here. Now this is kind of creepy. There was a hole here. It's gone now. And wrapped up a jukebox. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Yeah, I got a literal broken record. So it seems that there is some level, you could say, modest amount of upgrade in general presentation. Now let's head to the music store first, see what's going on in there before heading to the apartment block, which would be the, you could say, the first major dungeon of the game, lacking the better term. Where does James carry his that bludgeon, or you could say the quite impressive amount of weaponry he would actually manage to amass here himself. Oh yeah, rob that. Right. Yeah, thank you for the tutorial, which would be kind of new. Original one did not have. Oh yeah. Yeah. Janitor. Oh, the monster came inside, and it would look like to be nude. Ah. Die! And another one. No puke on me. Good thing. All right, I'd say that combat is a bit more difficult. And the fact that the enemies feel to be slightly more aggressive. At least that one. Or the fact that they can basically, they really don't see this location as something that you could just hide in. Just alright, break it, get in. Alright, I say there's clear upgrades to the original one. Or maybe I just never played it with... yeah, just vandalism. And I don't know how would the monsters be something like sensitive to sound? Because I really don't know that. Oh, but there's the record. There's the vinyl glue. And there's the record. Now, yeah, basic you could say gameplay tutorial puzzles, or basic puzzles of gameplay tutorializing, which to say, yep, we got these. There's these. Although, okay, yeah, I really don't like the number of monsters they at least this difficulty has. It kind of breaks the immersion of this game's emphasis on more psychological, mental horror instead of, yeah, you're stuck in a hellscape nightmare world of greasy monsters wanting to show your head off. Just heading inside. Okay, what it says. All right. All right, what it says. This kind of little puzzle that use for items in proper order. Okay. Back. Interesting little interesting little bit of puzzle around here. Oh, but I would guess it would be now time to head to the apartment block. See what's going on in there. I remember that the original one did not have that kind of, you could say, record player puzzle. Happy Burger. Might be, I wonder, is it local or would it be part of some sort of franchise existing in Silent Hill, in broader world of Silent Hill? Impossible to say, but it does have, you could say, a proper feeling of a location. So I'm just stumbling through the apartment blocks, trying to get through. Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, monsters. Best auto parts. Quite a lot of these kind of... let's just head into the... Read. Get out! You get out of here! Sorry, Pukes, I'm not interested in brawling with you. But how do I get to the apartment block? It's over there. Yep, they're figuring out how the locations work. Might not always necessarily be that easy. Yep, keys. Yeah, I got a little bit of drink and Jimmy is covered with all kinds of nasty gunk. Oh yeah, that seems to be quite a lot of drugs, as much as I could guess. Although I might guess that the design team just decided that let's write up some scary sounding medicinal names. And I would say this is kind of old-timey looking pharmacy as well. Or at least something which has been in business for quite a long time, and that's why it still does have that kind of old-timey appearance. Number 2, not in here. Yeah, those monsters outside are just making a racket. Radio screaming, screaming its throat dry. It's screaming itself dry. Number 8, number 7, number 6. There's number 4. And there's a broken down wall. Interesting. Yep. You could say general disrepair that Silent Hill setting over the say locations of Silent Hill show is quite prominent. Yeah. All kind of, you could say, monsters bumping through the areas. There's lots of this kind of, you could say, unpleasant settings, set pieces, stylings that the game Silent Hill 2 has. In general sense as a setting and in broader sense. I wonder, can I just smash that thing and get the... No, I can't, and the monsters down there are still crazy. And in the original one it was basically just a heavy piece of wood, but in this one it seems to be a much more of a... There's a piece of... a couple of nails smashed to it as well, so it would be in a sense much more lethal implement. Quick stop at Texan. Oh yeah, it doors closed. Yeah, soundscape is intimidating. It was designed to be such, and it is working as such. Oh, that would get me out from this place. Apartment number 10, but there's some sort of wall-mounted thing. There's a... Yeah. Disgusting black gunk. You could say almost physical darkness. Yeah. Do it. Yep. Do it. Couple around. Oh yeah, pick up the jukebox button. And now I'm at some kind of rooftop. Yeah, the sense of danger and hostility is very strong in this, that it's really mattered that the perilous nature of the setting is made very clear. Okay, now I could just run to the needies again. Hope maybe I can then now play the music, which would also be quite good place to end this preview study of Silent Hill 2. Alright, let's just... okay. Inventory, jukebox button number 2. And I got no coin. But let's just get in here and check the alleys. Just in case. Oh yeah, there's a monster running about. I am not wanting to pick a fight with it. They're dangerous. And I would personally, well, it's a matter of design choices. But I would say that the heavy amount of aggressive monsters doesn't really fit to a game which tries to get its fear much more about information being revealed than from danger being present. As in you're not gonna be spooked by the dangerous setting and in peril of immediate and painful death, but by something that is it something, do you really want to know what is going on? That, as in that, do you wish to still pursue your goal or just not? Well, there's the Lucky Jade. I think this might have been Chinese restaurant of Silent Hill. But could I break in? No, and the sound work is very scrapey and screaming and unpleasant. A newspaper machine. Die! 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 Nude monster, dangerous monster. But let's just head inside the apartment block and see what's going on in here. Texan Cafe. Flip. Flip. Read. You gotta leave, meet me there. Now where would be Texan? Oh, over there. So let's just run there. See what's going on in that place. Yeah, straight to this street. I wonder could I have actually gotten through this faster if I had just gone straight there. I don't know. Yeah. I really don't even know what's the name of these monsters. But I do have a guess that if I would just go and fight and smash their all skulls in with this bludgeoning device, it still would be. They would be still, you could say, a little bit off. But there's the alley. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. The alley was closed from the both ends. Yep, it's completely shut off block. Map shows things which are not. But here's Texan. Let's get in. Enjoy the memories. Oh, you came here. Die! I say that the camera work during the fighting, especially once you start to smash the monster down, is very visceral. In this case, I would say that the janky spinny camera does work. Turn the key. Not much money here. And it's not even a real coin, it's a very obviously not fighting that one. But now I got a coin. Now it's time to head back to the bar and play the music. And see what kind of effect it has. Oh, it's taken me almost an hour. So that would be actually a good location to end this video as well, once I get there. So far, presentation been very good. Game has very tense feeling, as in that well, I would say that it's even more tense than the original one with this more prominent spooky sound realm and all that. Well, there's Neely's. So, but I guess it might be actually time to end this episode right here. I'll see you in some other form of medium in this format. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Yep, improvements in presentation, much better graphics, and some little tweaking in the gameplay to make it really fresh and exciting to those who did it. So I would say that this far it has been Remake done well. Perhaps a bit too carefully, but done well, because it doesn't really show anything which we already know. So, see ya.